Hello, Fever River Rail fans, and welcome to another episode of Fever River Reviews.
I like trains. I'm Paul.
All right, that's Daryl. Daryl's a fun guy. Anyhow, so on to this. So last year I ordered a mystery box from Rapido, and I got an RS11, a tank car, and a covered hopper, along with some other little goodies. I did a video on that, didn't do too good, so I didn't record opening it this year. However, this is what was in this year's mystery box for me. So for a $250 mystery box, I got this awesome $600 set. What is it? This is the Amtrak Turboliner. If I remember correctly, and I'll probably correct myself later when I get to it, I think this was a turbine locomotive, similar to the Big Blows. Or am I thinking the turbo train? That might be the turbo train. But anyhow, let's go ahead, see if I can get a good look at the bottom there. So that is the phase, all the basic information. And as you see, it is DCC sound, which is even more awesome. It is an official Amtrak licensed product. Oh, and remember, don't get this in California. It causes cancer. Now let's... We'll not get into that. I did just notice some damage to the corner of the box. I wonder if that's from shipping or if that's why this ended up in a mystery box and not just sold. Ugh, Jesus. Why am I struggling to get the box open? Almost there. There we go. Okay, so there we are inside of the box. And first thing first, we get this big thing. The train of the future is years ahead of schedule. So, pretty cool poster here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I've already had an offer to buy it. But I do find that saying absolutely hilarious, because Amtrak is not on schedule. Set that to the side. Let's see. We got the exploded diagrams here. Power cab. And it says power club. And on the back side, the powered coach. Does look like both cab units are powered, so that's pretty cool. And we have exploded diagrams for the cafe and the coaches. Now on to the first of the fun parts, the owner's manual. I'll get zoomed in nice and proper. All right, so prototype history. Here we go. I'm going to save that for later. Let's get on to the main course here. No, you gave up your dinner. And there we go. No, I said it's time for the main course.
Yes, it does.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the poly bags here, or whatever you want to call them. Let's see. Looks like we have coupler bits and brake hoses, looks like. More coupler bits and some blue bits. Magic wand. More coupler. Wow. 2, 4, 6. 8 total spare intercoach dummy couplers, semi-permanent things. Looks like we got an extra windshield. I wonder if that's extra or if that's an alternate. A whole bunch of bits and bobbles. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, there's something else. Okay, I take that back. There's 10 of these coupler things. So let's see. 2, 4, 6. Wait, no. 2, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 connections. All right, let's go ahead and get. Let's take the top one out. All right, same packaging as from the 44 tonner from the last review. Sleeve and there. And there we have the, let's see, rear truck is dummy. I love the detail there though. Has the brake pad or the brake discs. Not entirely sure what the red bit is. Power Coach 150. Just a grab iron there. Amtrak. My God, that's looking absolutely amazing. This is going to be a pain in the ass to get broken. I should just be able to run the power cars though, so. All right, we're gonna semi-pack this back up. Set that to the side. Okay, zoom back out. And here we have the coach. Or one of the coaches, I should say. Same detailing on the trucks. See the power pickups under there. Doesn't look like there's intercar any way to electrically connect the cars between each other, so each car is independently lit. I assume the coaches are just going to be track lighted. Maybe they have a that's probably what the magic wand is for. See, looks like we got a nice interior in there. We'll probably try to take a closer look when we get onto the track. Not seeing any printed details to take a closer look at. Oh, on top of the doors, we have exit at one end and entrance at the other. And we're going to go ahead and get the cafe out next. Because I think the other cab car and the other coach are identical. All right. Once again, same detailing underneath. And looks like we got the same enter and exit on the doors, and that is about the extent of the printed detail that I can find myself. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the power cars over to the track, and I'm gonna do an initial performance test here. Whee! Behave yourself. That's staying in, by the way. All right, here we are on the layout. I have both the power cars on the track. I'm only going to operate one at a time here, though. So first up should be this front one, and we are now in, let's start in reverse. Okay, so that is the rear car. Okay, so nice slow movement, a little bit of momentum, and that is 1% throttle. Now, I'm going to turn the other track on here. There's going to be a diesel in that's out of the way, starting up. All right, so let's see. Start with forward.
No, that's not good.
All right. Perfect speed match. On forward and reverse. Looks like the front car might have a little quicker acceleration. Yeah, it looks like the back one there, which is the lead front car, whatever. Throttle's saying this is forward, so that back car is the front car. I'll mark those up at some point to remind myself. But it looks like it has a little different acceleration rate. Let's see. One moment. All right, the diesel is off. And we're going to go ahead. Shut off the rear one here. Push that out of the way. Bring this one right back into center frame.
I'll be right with you. We'll be right back. We're going to see 338.
All right, and now we're going to go over the sound functions. We're going to bring the camera in a little bit closer. Get it adjusted nicely. I should probably not be recording while trying to do this, but here we go. So let's go ahead, start off with the basics. Number one, the bell. Good bell. Horn. 3 is flange squeal. So that when it's going over a switch or something. 4 is the HEP turbine. We'll come back to that. 5 is the Doppler horn. Long, long, short, long. Let's see, 6 is the strobe light. Kind of see them blinking up there. 7 is dim the headlights. I do not care about that. But we will turn the headlights on. And 7 is the dim. You can see the slight difference. Headlight back off, and we'll leave that on. Let's see. 9 is the class lights. Not entirely sure where the class lights would be on this. One moment. Well, it looks like they're the lights on the top there, because I see those have gone out. And on and out. Okay, so just white class lights. See, F11. 10 is an independent brake. I don't have the... Right there. 11 is door open and close sound effect. All right, and 12 is the emergency light. Oh, yep, you can just about see it blinking there. I'm gonna leave that on, and we will come back to the lights in a little bit. 13, 14, and 15 are Okay, so this model has what is called prototype mode or model mode. Prototype mode or model mode is just regular operation. Change the directions on your throttle, and it'll change the lights automatically on the front end. Or it's supposed to. Oh, there we go. So now you see the red lights underneath are on, and the headlight, strobes, and class lights are off. I'll bring that back into forward. Let's see. But with function 15, this you can change it to prototype mode. So we'll go ahead, activate 15. And bring throttle into view. We'll switch that. Nope. It's 12. Yeah. All right, so currently we're in forward. Horn comes from this one. Wait. Oh, the horn, bell, and lights will not change in unless the crew does. So it really just changes the direction. Unless you press 13. So now the horn is coming from the other unit. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn that back off. Wrong button. All right. Nope. And I shorted it. 1 second. All right, and function 14 is Grand Central Terminal mode. New York City had banned smoke-producing trains in 1908, and all trains into Grand Central Terminal since then had to have a third rail shoes, including the Turboliner, to run on clean electricity. To hear your train set change from screaming turbines to humming electric traction, press F14. To wind the turbines back up, press 14 again. So let's go ahead. Let's go and get the turbine started. We'll also fire the head-in power turbine. Alright, so that is the engine startup and the head-in power mode. Now let's go ahead and check out Grand Central Terminal mode. Which will shut down the turbines. And we are now on third rail power. I know a few guys out here at the club that are going to enjoy me running it on this mode. So I'm not going to run it on this mode. Kidding. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. Turn that off. And turn both of those off. I'll let them figure themselves out here real quick. I don't know why that one didn't turn down quite quickly. All right. So the owner's manual stops at 15 and picks back up at 19. And being rapido, I know damn well that they didn't just leave 16 and 17, 16, 17, and 18 doing nothing. So let's go ahead 16. $17? I stand corrected. Okay, 19 is a short air let off. Okay. 20 is the air compressor. 21 is the spitter valve. And that is all that is listed. So those may not come on without the engine on, but we have a handful more to listen to here. So 22. 23. 'Turn things back on. Okay, 20 and 21, the compressor and spitter valve are meant to be randomly played, so unless you activate the functions. All right, we now have both units. Sound is on, so let's see 16. 17. 18. 22. 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, and 8. Oh my. So apparently, Rapido has not put any extra custom sounds onto these, which is odd, to say the least.
It's in the 20s.
I just went through them all. So I don't know. I don't know if the coders were already full or what, but no fun sounds on this. I mean, anyhow, let's get these over and get these breaking in. 8, and we will rejoin you shortly with these broken in and the whole set put together. All right, the break-in is incomplete, so let's go ahead and get to the setup, and it's really simple. Let me double check. Okay, so I'm just arbitrarily doing these all exit to one end, entrance on the other. So to couple these together, we have these dummy couplers, and they go into pockets here at the end of the cars. Now these look like NEM pockets, so I might have to dig out some NEM couplers from the Fell or something. Probably either the Fell, the C53, or I have some the Katie adapter couplers somewhere. But in the meantime, just slots in there right easily. They're symmetrical up and down, so they will match up really well. Or so it doesn't matter which way. And get it on the track. And other other sets I have that are similar to this, I say, is this immediately it doesn't line up. They're a lot more finicky to couple car to car. This went together really easily. And then the last one I have to put is the rear power car. See if this goes together any better than before than that one. Yep. Right together, simple as that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get reset here. I'm gonna get the power on this track turned on, and we are going to do a post break-in running test. All right, so here we are ready to do a post break-in test. I already did this, but I forgot to unpause the recording. Sorry, Grant. So let's see, start with forward. Just as smooth as before, but it's rapido. They're really good with their mechanism, so break-in isn't as important. And backing up. 1% again. Yep, we are looking good. Let's go get out onto the main line, get some beauty shots, and see how it handles Galena. Okay, here we are in a little dark section. You can see the strobe light and the emergency light on quite nicely. Admittedly, it is a little dim, but we don't want to be blinding people out here. I'm gonna pull ahead a little bit. So I got the magic wand here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the lights off. So light switch is about there. I'm about the front window on the power coach. The coaches right about there. And the cafe right there over the center section and the second coach, once again about in the middle, and the power club here in the back, once again right over that first window. We bring the train to a stop again. Real good view inside. Really nice looking seats in there. Really nice looking detail. That just looks amazing in there. This is definitely a train I would love to actually get a chance to ride on. All right, I'm gonna go get the lights turned back on. and get back and get over to Galena. Here we are into Galena. This is the area where we have the tightest curves on the layout. The manual says 22 is the minimum, but we got 20s here, so we're gonna see how this goes. 15% throttle seems reasonable. Oh, that is definitely stretching them couplings. And this is the lesser of the two curves here in Galena. But it made it around that one nicely. And here we have the other curve. This is, I think this is the 20 radius. Alright, so I made it through that just. And we got one more curve here that's kind of on the tight side. I'll find one that hasn't come through yet. Alright, looking. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry for the janky camera going on. Ooh, that is terrifying. I don't think I want to take that at speed whatsoever. Alright, and we got through Galena with no issues. I am going to go ahead and run through at speed at some point on another lap, but I'm happy with that. In the 1970s, with Amtrak still reeling from inheriting a proverbial mixed bag of equipment from the former passenger carriers, efforts were made to improve passenger services along key corridors. Following the success of the French-built RGT turboliners in the mid-1970s in the Midwest, Amtrak turned to Rohr Industries in California to build modernized turboliners for use along the Empire Corridor. Entering service starting in September 1976, these new RTL turboliners quickly proved their value, bringing passengers back to the rails. Equipped with third rail shoes, they operated on electric power through New York's Grand Central Terminal and later Penn Station. Switching to gas turbine power once out of New York City, painted in Amtrak's stunning red, white, and blue paint scheme. They operated on most Empire Corridor services as well as regular appearances on the Adirondack to and from Montreal in the early years. Occasional equipment needs even put the turbos on other rare adventures outside of the normal Call of Duty, including the Niagara Rainbow to Detroit via southwestern Ontario and the Maple Leaf to the Toronto via Niagara Falls. After nearly 20 years of service under their belts, Amtrak selected one RTL set in 1994 to be rebuilt into what is called the RTL3, incorporating several improvements, including new turbines, a remodeled interior, a striking new demonstrator paint scheme, in addition to extending the lifespan of the set for several more years, while While this set continued in service until 2003, no other RTL2 sets were ever commissioned. Further redevelopments and improvements of the fleet into the RTL3s was never fully realized, and all were retired from active service in 2004. Conventional dual-mode diesel and electric equipment has since been utilized on the Empire Corridor services in place of the once mighty Turboliners. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and before I do my final wrap-up here, I do want to go over one more thing here. So this here is the coupler for between the cars and the power units. It's just a coupler in general. It's a fake knuckle coupler, and it's got these tension hooks in it. It's very similar to this. This is a European style hook and link coupler tension lock. I'm not sure the exact term, but the end of that is called a NEM pocket, or at least the pocket on the models is called the NEM pocket. Can you focus? There we go. So with as similar as these are, and if you look closely, you can see that they are very different. I want to see if this will fit inside of the fit inside of this. So let's see here. Oh my God, it does. And that feels very firm. So yeah. That means I can do this. There's not a whole lot of things I can do that's stupider than that. Sorry, Toby, you lost your coaches. Kidding. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and set this back up properly, and I'm going to do my final overview. All right, there we are back together now for the overview. So detail-wise, this is an amazing model. It got around all our curves. Rapido recommended a 22-inch radius minimum. We have our minimum radius here is a 20. That's on our main line, and it handled it flawlessly. It doesn't look the best, but it didn't derail. Nothing came apart on this. Nothing came apart that shouldn't have. Well, nothing came apart. Period. It's a near flawless runner. I did notice that it has developed some sort of a click or something in the front engine here. So I'm not overly sure about that. I'm not overly concerned about it yet, but it's a mild concern at the moment. It's got the amazing detail, amazing sound. Overall, I think the model itself is a 5 out of 5. It is an amazing model. I didn't find any issues with it. The lights all work as they should. My only complaint, which isn't really a complaint, but it's something that I'm kind of surprised about, is that this doesn't have the rapido sounds in it. Meaning that the Mighty Mouse theme, the City of New Orleans song, it doesn't have the fun sounds that rapido has become known for, in my opinion at least. Which isn't a big deal. Some modelers don't like that. So yeah. Model, detail, and quality, both 5 out of 5. Price. So I only paid $300 for this because I bought a mystery box. MSRP is almost $1,000. And well, I'm not exactly a passenger modeler. I've decided to start getting into it because I've got a couple of passenger steam locomotives at the moment. So I need to build a train for them. But that's neither here nor there. This isn't something that I would have gone out of my way to get on my own, had it not fallen into my lap through the mystery box. But if I was a big Amtrak modeler, I think $1,000 is definitely not budget, but this is Rapido. They aren't a budget-friendly company. They do superb detail. They do all the research. They They have fun. So, but I'm going to say, screw it, 5 out of 5. I'm entirely happy with this. If I was an Amtrak model, 70s era Amtrak modeler, I would have been happy to drop $1,000 on this. That said, all around this is an amazing engine. If you are, once again, a 70s era Amtrak modeler, or you like the weird shit like I do, this is an awesome model. If you are interested in a Rapido mystery box to take a chance to get your own, because apparently I'm not the only one that got one of these. They sent a handful out. I don't know how many. I don't know anything about the mystery boxes beyond guaranteed DCC sound locomotive. In the premium boxes anyway, they are offering a more budget-friendly DCC-ready models now. But anyhow, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Yeah, that's it. Y'all have a good one. Peace.